Listeners, it is the Hit Pause Podcast, episode number 114. You are here with your hosts, the non-sick anymore, Iman, and my co-host over there.
As healthy as ever, David.
Exactly. I listened to the last episode back, and my God, I sound so nasal and ill. That was awful. I felt terrible. Yeah. Anyway, this is the podcast where you get all of your YouTube recommendations for the week. We've got awesome channels for you. We got some great video recommendations, and we've even got a little news. But I mean, actually, yeah, there's a couple of bits in the news. I can't honestly say either of them are particularly interesting, but anyway, who is your channel pick of the week, David?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to call this trampolining.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah, no specific channel, just trampolines on YouTube.
Interesting. That sounds extremely... I'm going to go with interesting right now and just sort of...
just stay back and wait for what is
reserved judgment.
Yeah.
Reserved judgment. I mean, my channel for the week is Zander Budnick. Yet another survival, wilderness type channels, basically. But that's fine. Anyway.
Is it fine? No one said it was fine. No one gave you a pass.
Literally like the last 4 weeks, I think I've talked about these. But maybe not last week so much, but definitely the previous few. Anyway, it doesn't matter. As always, though, let's kick it off with how many hours of YouTube you have watched in the last week, according to the app. What is your number at, David?
Wow, this is awful. I have 6.
6? Wow.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That is the lowest either of us have been in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a week last week. week last week, which was, but I think I had like 8 or something, 9. But damn, 6. What have you been doing with your time, David? What have you been doing?
I'm baffled because I feel like I've watched a lot of YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't like logged in on the wrong thing by accident?
No. Looking at my history, I got quite a lot of videos until we get back to the previous week, so I don't get it. Don't get it.
That is strange, yeah. Mine is 16 hours, 20 minutes. Which is back to a good showing for me.
Yeah, healthy.
I guess that's a healthy amount, yeah. It's not ridiculous, but, 6 hours is not healthy, David. You need some more, okay?
Yeah, no.
But before we get to our channels of the week as well, let's give a few individual video recommendations, if you've got any for us.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No. Let's kick off with the news.
Yeah, because when you said news, I'm very interested. Like, what news?
It's not interesting. Okay, so there's more Dream controversy.
There is.
Yep. And secondly, there is, I guess, just an update on the Tricia Ethan debacle. Okay, so first of all, the Dream controversy. Literally, like, it's... If there's YouTube drama, it's Dream or Trisha Paytas or Ethan Klein or like Jeffree Star or one of those guys.
Well, not Keemstar, thankfully, but Jeffree Star.
I know, it's like it's. I mean, Keemstar you could probably throw in the mix as well. Like, it's always involving. Almost every week, there's one of those that lot. Getting involved in drama. But anyway, Dream's latest is some people supposedly found a picture of him online because, he doesn't show his face, right? And they supposedly found a picture of him online and it was quite an overweight guy. And people were just really being horrible. But, that's kind of Twitter for you, the internet for you. But, people are like... defending him, people are attacking him, like saying that he lied to them, pretending he's like a skinny buff, young guy. And it's like he never said any of that. People just draw like fan art of him as this like skinny, muscly little twink. And he's like, I've got nothing. I never told you I was thin. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm not interested. But anyway, he says the picture's not him, and who really gives a shit anyway? Really doesn't matter. But yeah, it turned into this whole big thing, and people like really bullying what they thought was Dream in this picture, and being incredibly offensive.
All my hard work in drawing stuff overnight is all a waste.
And they're saying he lied to them, and it's like, well, what? No, he literally did not show himself at all.
But okay, so now I'm confused because that video I put where Anthony did an
Padilla.
interview.
Yeah.
I know it was like a CG'd in thing, but I actually just assumed.
No, and there's actually one other video where you supposedly see his body. It was a video, I think, for, do you remember Mr. Beast's like plant a tree thing? Or maybe not plant a tree. It was Mr. Beast's YouTube Rewind, I think.
Okay.
But actually, Dream says for anything where you see his body, his brother does it.
Right. Okay.
So actually even that's not him. So, but he's a Minecraft YouTuber who doesn't show his face. Like he's not lying to you about his body. It's not relevant for anything. But yeah, plus not to mention there's the amount of like offensive stuff that was posted about this, whoever it is that's in this picture, this random guy, So yeah, it's really bad. But yeah, I don't know what it is. The Dream fan base and is just, I don't understand why they're so, like, why they love him so much. He just makes Minecraft videos, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, who cares? The second bit is the Tricia and Ethan thing. It's just more spiraling. There's more videos. Ethan did one like why we broke up, but it wasn't really just about that. That's just what they titled the podcast episode.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then it was like a 10-minute, a 20-minute maybe segment about it, and that was it. And then Trisha's still making videos and like going crazy on the tweets. So many tweets. And apart from that video I mentioned, Ethan really isn't kind of engaging with her that much. And even in that video, it was very lighthearted. He was talking about this. Do you remember the 5% that Trisha was really upset about? About like the 5% extra that he gets to pay staff or whatever. He just did this whole like sketch. Talking about the 5% where he's dressed as a king and people are coming in like, I'm looking for 20 million pounds so I can go into space. And he's like, it's easy with my 5%. Absolutely. This is nothing to me compared to my 5%. Yeah, it's just really silly. But even Trisha's like family, like her sister was making videos about Ethan. It was just absurd. Anyways, whatever.
Oh man,
that's it.
What a weird situation.
Well, I know, and she's supposed to be getting married to Gila's brother, Moses. So I don't like that's gonna be an awkward wedding, man. I don't know what the hell is gonna happen, but it's really bad between them, it seems, at the moment. So, whatever. It's a shame because it was a good podcast and they, had a good thing going, and but whatever.
It'll come back in 2 years.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, because like you said, if they're not outside of each other's lives, like they're not, saying goodbye permanently, then I'm sure something else will pop up.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Anyway, who's first on your what videos have you got for us this week?
Well, I actually scrolled back all the way to the first video I watched since we last recorded an episode, and it's kind of on the same lines of David Dobrik has finally posted, and
yes, he has, and the views
back to normal.
Yeah, but the views are not nearly as good as usual. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you would think your first video back was going to hit a 20 mil, but he's only got 6. I say only, but he's only got 6 mil at the moment, and that's not his regular amount.
What does he usually get?
13 to 15 with a really good thumbnail. 20 to 20, 20. I would say.
Okay.
But I expected 20 for sure for your first episode.
Yeah,
back.
for the first one back in a long time. I mean, he's not. Obviously, he made his like little apology video, but apart from that, he's not actually posted a vlog in like a year.
Yeah.
Right.
And a year exactly. And I know he had like his podcasting. I'm surprised he didn't start off with that first. But this just comes to show. We said it way before the apology that this guy does not like to admit stuff or like address stuff. And to think that his first vlog would be like as if nothing happened is just so typical. So typical.
Yeah, it is. But fine. How was it?
I mean, just like olden days, just, making jokes, quick skits here and there. As if as if he didn't take a break.
I mean, whatever. I'm not even bothered anymore. But hey, fewer views. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah. I guess it did have some kind of impact. People just like him less, and at least put it me because he was really on like a hype train before.
He could not be stopped.
So it's got to partly be the controversy and partly just the break itself, and it just seems to have like broken the train, the general hype.
I wonder if YouTube took him off that. What's that thing?
Ooh, the preferred program.
The preferred, yeah. Although if you swear a lot, are you ever on it? I don't know.
Oh no, he wouldn't be on it if he swears a lot. No.
Yeah. But that happened, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, real video that I would recommend is a channel which probably should be my channel of the week, but it's not going to be. Is DP Art Drawing.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
And this channel is so bizarre because they get views hitting 75 million. And then the next day, just 176,000.
What? Okay.
So this channel.
Imagine being on that roller coaster if you're the channel owner. Like, I don't know
what today's gonna be.
Yeah, I might make 10 grand this month, or might make £100. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I got bills to pay, but we'll see if I pay them.
Yeah.
Okay, so this channel does a lot, obviously, about art, as in the title. But the more popular ones are their flipbook designs.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
So we're talking about like drawing 1,000 drawings, and in each each frame a slight change, and the channel does it for like your iconic or more popular characters, so like your Marvel or your Pennywise, like characters that people watch at the cinema. And it's a lot of hard work. Like we're talking 800 hours of work. So like drawing each one and drawing pretty well, not stickmen.
Yeah.
And putting it all together. And those videos get like 20 million views quite comfortably.
Oh, really?
But then, at the same time, you could go to the next one with the same principle, same thumbnail with a flipbook, maybe just a lesser known character that is being drawn, 120K.
Really? And it's still a flipbook thing. Like, those videos like that, they're just absolutely, it's absolutely make or break by the algorithm. Because people aren't, following that channel like, oh, I've got to watch every single one of these. Like, I got to watch the next one. It's not that type of channel. It's just, like, his viewership is going to be 95% non-subs.
Yeah,
I guarantee you. And
definitely, because altogether only 1.5 million subs.
Right, yeah. And the people coming into it, it's not like, oh, I've got that in my feed. It's the new flipbook. I got to see that. It's not. It's the algorithm has taken it, and you're interested in Marvel or whatever, and it's just fed it out to like a ton of people. That's cool though. I mean, that's perfectly valid way to have a channel. I mean, fair enough.
Yeah. I will say I can't fully tell from this channel. It looks like it's two people that contribute to it in terms of drawings and stuff, but I can't tell if they also try and plug other people who have submitted in art themselves. But apart from that, like some besides the Flipbook stuff, they have some really cool stuff on like so you know, if you were to draw like John Wick, for example, or I think they did it with Black Panther, you know, normally when you draw, you sketch out the face, then you maybe add the hair, then all the facial features. This is just drawing it from like on a horizontal level, just shading down. So once you do like one line of the paper, you start drawing below it and never above again. So it's like even more tricky, if you know what I mean, like to just be drawing on your way down and never going back up. So you have to know how much detail you're putting in, and that is very talented. And I ended up watching like 6 or 7 of them. So I'll put the main one in the recommendations.
Really? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Nice little relaxing. Is it talking or is it very like ASMR?
No, it's definitely a relaxing bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool. So the first on my list, I guess this isn't really a video recommendation. It's more like a bit of an update. But Van Neistat is obviously still making videos. So we covered him a few weeks ago, and I was really raving about his channel. And I do really, really like his channel. But it's quite interesting. He's really changed his format. So up until he's posted 3 videos in the past week, and before that, he was doing his classic stuff, like very artsy storytelling with the voiceover. You know, this spirited man loves his motorcycle. He'll ride his, like telling the story, really kind of nicely planned out, telling a story and nicely filmed and edited and all that. And I love those videos. Very artistic and really, really love them. With a message, some kind of message that he's trying to get across. But then the last 3 videos in the last week have been a completely different style. Like the film techniques and like the color and lighting that he uses are kind of the same, but he has a cameraman, and it's just him like talking to the camera, really loosely, like no script, and showing stuff. So one of them is how to build this lamp out of a what do you call it? Like a mallet, like a sledgehammer.
Okay.
And it's okay, fine. And then it's him going over his filmmaking gear. So he shows, I built this structure to hold the camera for shooting directly down, and I've got this handle thing so it doesn't fall over when I put it on a surface, and just stuff like that. But the quality is a lot worse. Like they're just not very interesting, and they don't have the same quality as the old stuff where it was, planned out videos. And I don't know if maybe it's just run out of content, but you can see it. These 3 most recent videos, they've just been dropping off in views and not getting as much as before.
A whole new series or different playlists for these 3 videos.
No. So I'm not sure what happened, but when he was originally raising money to do his channel, because he raised it on Kickstarter or one of those, Indiegogo maybe. It was for the Spirited Man series, and he had his idea, The Spirited Man, and this is the series that we're doing. So I don't know if maybe he ran out of those, but hasn't run out of money and therefore can just keep going, making random stuff, or what? I don't know what's happening, but it's weak, and I want the old stuff back.
You never hear saying like that kind of saying with like a channel that's just come out, like I miss the old stuff.
Yeah.
That happens after 6 years.
Exactly. Like he's only been doing this channel 3 months.
Is that the same in like dislikes and comments, or? no one really cares.
I mean, it's. I can see it in the views, right? Like, there's not as many. They're just not getting as many views as people are starting to see. Like, okay, this last 3 are just not that interesting anymore. I mean, it's interesting seeing him, the gear that he uses, and he built this and this is how he built it and everything. But to be honest, it's just not that cool.
I mean, every channel is gonna go through their own learning curve.
I don't know. The comments are still very positive, but
of course,
I hope he goes back to the old format and starts, telling his stories in the old way. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
It's only been a week of these. It's only 3 videos, so still time. All right, who's next on your list?
Okay, so I might as well get into this part now. But so Sneeko is a channel that, did we cover this season? Maybe last season.
We have definitely covered it, because I remember checking out the channel after you brought it up. Yeah, he's almost at 1 million subs, right?
Yeah, he was like on 900 and something K. He might be on 1 million now. But yeah, he's just a guy who loves talking in front of camera about his views and just getting opinions from other people. He does like a 1-minute podcast thing where he just like has a microphone and a table and just asks people to just ask about their political views, or ask them about do they think they're a good person, and just kind of diving into questions that we probably ask ourselves but don't never really ask somebody else. And yeah, it's always been enlightening to see how he just grabs out more insight out of people. And he based in America, based in New York, but yeah, he was coming to England to do I think he was a model.
Wait, he's based in America. I thought that he was British.
Oh no, he's American.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forget what the fashion show was for. I think is it Burberry?
Okay,
they do clothes, right?
Yes.
But anyway, he was that was his main reason for coming. But since he was coming, he decided to do a meetup in Hyde Park. So yeah, I went to that last week.
That is pretty cool. How did he hear about it, by the way?
To be honest, I just watched one of his recent videos and I realized he's doing his 1-minute podcast at West Brompton Station. Like, I had no idea he was coming here.
Oh, no way.
As soon as I saw that video, I was like, there's no way he's not going to at least bring out his location a little bit. And then, yeah, I just went straight to Twitter and saw that he wanted to do one. And then 2 days before said, okay, I've decided on Hyde Park. 5 p.m. So, yeah, just went.
No way. Awesome.
So it was pretty cool. And, I mean, you know what? It's just like when we went to see Poppy live. You can never tell the audience. Although when I got there, it all made sense, like the type of people that listen to him. And you can never tell the age group as well. But they're all like, like that 24 to 25-year-old, like young adults type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good. There was like talent shows. So like, there was like a big circle. Everyone came in with talents. Apparently that was in the tweet, like you have to impress me kind of thing. So like,
really,
people were coming with like poetry, doing some dances. Some people were singing, and then in between each like talent section, there would be Q&As that were all happening in public. He's a very what's the word? He's not neat and tidy. So this was a very ad hoc-y way of doing it. Plus, it wasn't done the right way. So, police did come and saw such a big group all in one area, clearly not a fan. Although they didn't stop it. They just gave a warning, and then they just stood by the side until it was actually over. And this lasted. It started at 5 and this went on till like 10. I didn't stay till 10, but I left at like 9.
Did you talk to him?
But yeah. I mean, I asked a few questions. My brother did. He went with me. But I'll tell you the best thing about it, not to like drag this for this episode.
Yeah.
But the best part about it was actually the fans. I think they were actually so much fun and like hilarious as well. So like engaging with some of the people was probably the best part. And I know I'm gonna hate myself for not writing this name down, but as we came from the station, the Hyde Park Corner station, there was two guys just getting out of the barriers with us, and they're like, "Oh, you here to see Sneeko?" I don't know why they asked me. Did I have any merch? No, but we were like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh yeah, same here, same here." So we're walking, talking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Stafford." You know, I mentioned Essex, and we were just talking about random stuff because it was a bit of a walk till we got to that area in the park. And then only to get there, and then as soon as we get there, everyone's like, "Oh my goodness, it's him!" And this guy that I was walking with, apparently he's got like 2 or 3 million subs, a UK YouTuber.
No way, really?
And I still don't know his name. My brother pointed it out, but I've forgotten. It's something Cynic or something. He does like nerdy like reviews on, I don't think it's games, I think it's like puzzles. But yeah, I'll try and find the name and bring it up in the next episode. But yeah, it was just like, I was just walking with this guy. I still had no clue.
No way, that's kind of funny.
He was essentially bigger than Sneeko, because even Sneeko was like, "Oh wow, we should do a collab sometime." And he's like right next to me. I'm like, "What, this guy?" But yeah, great meetup. It's always good to see some of these YouTubers.
Yeah, that's cool.
IRL.
Yeah, it's nice as well. Like someone based in America. He just happens to be here and puts in the effort to do it, even if it's, just thrown together or whatever. That's cool, though, yeah.
Yeah, and it definitely wouldn't have worked as well if you're a lot bigger. Like 1 mil sub is one thing, but if you're like a 20, then you were never gonna...
Yeah. He's had a lot of growth as well. Like, it's kind of nice. He's still sort of acting like he's a smaller channel, too, if you know what I mean.
Of course, yeah.
Awesome, yeah, that's cool. All right, let me zing through the last couple of vid recommendations on my list before we move to the challenge of the week. So firstly is a channel I don't know, I may have mentioned before, but it's called My Mechanics, and it's basically no talking, very nicely filmed restoration of very old items. So I'm going to link one. It's just this massive solid metal vise. Completely rusted, completely like fused, all the parts fused together, and it's just him like doing it up and making it all perfect, But the best is when he uses the sandblasting machine. That's pretty sick. It's like this machine that shoots sand out really quick, and it just strips away all the rust and imperfections and things. It's awesome. It's so satisfying. Nice. But yeah, very chill, like relaxing videos. And then finally, the final, I may make this channel of the week next week because I've been getting quite into it. But the channel's RT Documentary, and the particular video, I've watched a couple of theirs, is called Toxicity, like Toxicity, Life at I can't even really say the name. It's Agbobloshi, which is this place in Ghana, which is the biggest e-waste, like electronics waste dump in the world. And it's basically just like a mini documentary, 25 minutes, talking about the people, the kids, a lot of them, that work there, salvaging precious metals from the dump. So they're just like walking all around the dump, picking stuff up, stripping like the copper out, whatever, and trying to making very little, but just trying to make enough to get by. And it's just talking about how bad for the people this place is. There's all this stuff just burning. The soil is just absolutely poisonous. The air is just poisonous. And it's talking about, just trying to raise awareness of like the area and what people are going through. And it's super interesting, really, really interesting. And damn, it's horrendous. It's really horrendous. But either way, it's really very interesting video. And this channel, like I said, I'll probably make it channel of the week next week and talk a bit more. So if you're interested in the channel, definitely sub to us. But yeah, they do a lot of kind of these mini documentaries, and they tend to be really interesting and well done. So yeah, recommend that.
I would say my last recommended is almost related. It was just a video I picked up. I don't think I mentioned it last week, but I wanted to. It's about a couple that started a grocery store that's like a zero waste one. So you would instead, like, you would go in with like your glass jars, for example, and like you would
that's cool.
you would first weigh it, so that anything you buy is just the weight of the thing you buy, and you can put in, from cereal to your quinoa, rice, anything loose like that. You just kind of put it in like those sweet shops where you can just add it into a bag, but instead you just add your beans, your rice, your whatever into the jar. And stuff like pasta and all of that is all done with recycled paper. So basically zero waste. And
that's cool.
They're making a second store, and it's like, that should exist, or that should be definitely more promoted. Like
yeah. Why isn't
plastic
this more of a
bottles for
thing?
everything. Yeah, like it should be more of a thing. But yeah, I'll put that in the list as well. Oh
yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. Okay, should we move to channels of the week?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
You know what? I should probably go first.
You always say that anyway. You're always like, I should go first because of this. But I like
fine.
that.
I'll go.
I want you to
since
be
you're
first.
forcing me. Yeah, since you're forcing me, I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I was actually trying to find something brand new for this episode. That's what got me into this weird situation. So I was like,
okay,
you know what? I'm just going to search random words, right? And I want YouTube to surprise me.
Really? This is what you did? Wow. That's good. That's good.
And okay, so there was a couple words I tried before, but that's all not really important. But I eventually got to trampolines. And I just wanted to tell you the disgust.
What the hell?
The disgust of what I've realized, that YouTube is a dump of crap.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there.
What did you find with the trampoline
dumbass videos?
Really?
Okay, if you can do this yourself, so you can play along with this. But if you search trampoline challenge, you will find 20 different YouTube accounts, and you'll just wonder, how are these videos 24 mil views, 11 mil views, with the concept that is so 2017 Jake Paul.
Really?
It's baffling. So we're talking like last to leave trampoline wins 10,000. You got those Mr. Beast type thumbnails and exact fonts of like so many last to leave trampoline videos. Then you got trampoline tricks, and I opened these because I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn. Telling you would watch one trick in a 21-minute video, and it was just like the most insulting set of videos. And there's a lot by like 8-year-olds, and they have like 5 mil views, 18 mil views, and loads of subs. Like, this is where the successful kids belong as well. It's like, it was just so baffling. I was like, this whole time this has been here. There's one channel called Jack Payne. I will never ever recommend anyone to watch this channel.
Really?
I've never seen two grown-ups act so pathetic and like trying to be 5-year-olds just to get the clicks.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They're getting clicks because it's the kids.
Yeah.
But here's the thing as well, by the way, because it's kids, they won't make as much money off the ad revenue. I mean, I'm sure they're making plenty, but they won't make as much.
But if you say, oh, is it because by saying safe for kids? Although they're not safe for kids in terms of that tick box, though.
No, but I mean, if you're on an account that is Google knows is a child,
oh really?
You won't get as high ad revenue because there's restrictions on what you can target.
Fair enough. Okay.
So I'm just skimming. Like, I typed it in, like you said. I can see there's this guy Carter Scherer.
Yeah, Carter Scherer.
Who's 8 mil subs, and for this guy, he basically just he just owns 30 trampolines, and then he just does stuff with them.
Yep. Yeah.
He's got like, I've seen like 4 or 5 different trampoline videos. It just seems
endless.
I mean,
it's
hey,
endless.
That's a good way to have a channel. Just buy 30 trampolines and then like trampoline challenge
and make your thumbnail as colorful as possible, because the amount of recycled but very profitable business that he's got here is that part is impressive, but the videos, gosh. Anyway, there's a good side to this story, because at the very end of it, I found a channel I do like. However, they only have like 20k subs.
Okay.
And they do, in a very funny way, they have like 2 trampolines in their backyard, and then they basically have a challenge where they go, it's pretty high up, I don't know in feet, but they go all the way down, have to do some tricks and land in a specific square, and there's like 5 of them, and they each try one up each other. It's very Dude Perfectly way.
Oh,
but
Dude Perfect.
with
I
a
haven't
little
thought about them in ages.
Yeah, and but done in a very like hilarious way. It's more adult, so obviously that's why I like it slightly more.
Yeah.
But yeah, the channel is called why don't I have it? But I'll put, they don't really use their YouTube channel as much. They have like a couple videos, but they use Instagram a little bit more just because of ads to make money. But yeah, I will put the Junk Tramp was their channel.
So the whole channel is dedicated to trampolines.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they have like recurring characters. So like they have some guests that come over and they try and like so it's basically run by like 2 people, I think Garrett and a guy called Jake. So like they always try and like duel each other, but then sometimes they'll get other people to come in and like try and, you know, challenge them too. It's like a very good, it's very similar to Dude Perfect, where they had the series of like trying to beat each other at certain like tasks or whatever. But they're very innovative with their trampoline challenges and tricks, and they're also good compared to these other videos I mentioned, where they're just using a trampoline, but it's got almost nothing to do with the trampoline.
That is crazy though, that it's freaking a whole channel just about this. But again, it's kids, you know, they love the trampolines. Okay,
they do.
You know, they're gonna type in trampoline into YouTube.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Easy formula, you know. So that's your life lesson to those listening who, how do I start a YouTube channel? Oh, we just told you.
Buy 30 trampolines and then that's it. And then buy 30 trampolines, try not to break your neck, and make millions. Done.
Yeah. So Junk Tramp, I'll put their video in the description.
Nice. Okay, so the channel I have of the week, as I already said at the start, you know, is another wilderness kind of survival channel. So it's Zander Budnick, and he's only got like 100k, 130k subs. And he basically just does these videos nicely filmed of him out on solo camping trips.
Okay.
So, you know, I feel like I've given the same description for many different channels in the past, but, you know, he just shows setting up the camp, starting a fire, cooking a meal, and, you know, all this. But here's the crazy thing, okay? Here's what's different, okay? This is insane, this technique he uses. You will not believe it. But he speaks. He actually speaks. He speaks to the camera. It's insane. It's insane. But seriously,
you must have been so surprised, especially if it came like a minute in.
I actually was though, because the first video I watched of his, because all of these channels, you know, I covered Bertram Craft a little while back. You know, we've talked about
primitive technology.
You know, there's tons of channels like this, and it's so rare for any of them to speak. And so I was watching this video, and, you know, there was nothing happening, just nice sounds of the forest, whatever, showing him setting it up. And then he says something to the camera, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? What just happened? What the hell? And, but yeah, and I got to say, it sounds stupid, it's silly, but it's actually a really nice change. And yeah, he'll basically just talk about the situation and like what's just going on and joke around a little bit. It's pretty minor. I really I wish that he would do more explanation. Like he doesn't do that much actual explanation. It's more just like general kind of chit chat or talking about, you know, what he's feeling and stuff. But he does some, he'll be like, oh, you know, this is why I get the standing dead trees because of blah, blah, blah. And I wish he would do more explaining as he's doing stuff. But, so that's the first thing. Like, I like that he speaks and it, you know, gives a bit of like personality over to the camera and jokes around a bit. You know, it's nice. And then secondly, he complains, and I really like that. You know,
with his failed attempts.
Yeah, no, yeah. So there's one video I watched where basically it's, I'm gonna link it. It's just 3 days solo camping in heavy rain, right? And so it's beautiful weather, and he's taking his hike. He goes to set up camp, and it starts raining, and it's like torrential raining, and he's just like, yeah, this sucks. This fucking sucks. My boots are wet. My trousers are wet. My hair is wet. My gear is all damp. You know, I can't go out for a walk. Like, this sucks. and I really appreciate it because so often they're showing how comfortable they get all the time, and partly because they're not speaking, but it makes it sort of seem easy, you know?
Yeah.
And it's nice just to see him go like, yeah, this side. There's another one he did. He's camping in like minus 20 degrees. You know, it's like thick snow. And he's just saying like, you know, that was not a good night's sleep. I was way too cold. And I put the fire too close, and there was loads of smoke coming into where I was sleeping. You know, it's kind of it's just a nice change. Just to see, you know, he's not perfect, and you know, and it's not always going to be super comfortable and all that. But he's also, you know, I appreciate that he doesn't give up. He doesn't go home. He's like, you know, yeah, this rain sucks, but I'm not going home because, you know, then I will feel like I failed and I'll feel like shit. Exactly. So, and it'll be way worse. So I'd rather, you know, come through it and all that. So yeah, it's just really nice. He's just kind of like a jolly sort of light-hearted guy and quite a young guy, and yeah, it's awesome. I swear as well, by the way, all of these channels, apart from Primitive Technology, which I think it's Australia, actually, I'm not sure, or actually I'm not sure, but almost all these channels are based in Canada. I've noticed.
Oh really?
Yeah, because you know, it's just like they got such beautiful landscape there and so much opportunity to go out and about.
True. And not run into anybody else.
yeah but yeah, really good channel. Highly recommend Zander Budnick. Awesome guy. You know, I guess it's because I've just been locked in this city. For anybody who doesn't know, we're based in London, but yeah, I guess it's just because I've been locked in this city for the past like year and a half that is making me watch so many of these wilderness videos. I'm like, damn, I want to get out and go for a hike again. And yeah, so, you know, that's the way it is.
Yeah. At least you're talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Right? That's the closest you got to the
wilderness. So that's my recommendation. Thank you all for listening. We will be back next Tuesday. As always, you can get us on iTunes, any podcasting app, or on our YouTube channel, Hit Pause Podcast. Subscribe to us there, and we will see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.